What's up, everybody? The Iceman here on the Iceman B 2013 YouTube channel. This is part two of my wrestling documentary rant, whatever you want to call it. I talked about the WWE earlier on the Return YouTube channel. I'm donning a cold here in the summer. We all know when you got a summer cold, they're probably the worst. Excuse me. So, anyway, Global Force Wrestling, GFW Impact. I've been watching it since they had changed the brand name from TNA Impact to GFW Impact. Uh, and I have to say, since Jarrett's been in charge, it started off, it was interesting, but I've noticed an infiltration of most of the GFW stars onto the main roster, onto almost all the TV time. A lot of former stars from when it was TNA have left. Uh, uh, Davey Richards is going to leave to continue his medical schooling. Uh, we've seen others depart as well. I really don't even see any of the knockouts other than Sienna, Laurel Van Ness, Allie, and Rosemary. Gail Kim is back, but we haven't seen her do much. EC3 is one of the men that are still there, as well as Moose, Eli Drake. But Bobby Lashley, he has left to do his MMA gig, or he's going to leave. And of course, Alberto El Patron, they have done so many tapings in advance because he is, charged with that Florida incident. Whether the charges have stuck or not remains to be seen. But it was noted that he would be kept on TV because of all the tapings that were done in advance. But my issue here with GFW, it's declined every week in viewership, and rightfully so. It gotten to the point where Jeff Jarrett has really taken over the brand, and he's had most of his GFW stars on TV for the most part, and the guys that were there from TNA are pretty much gone. We've seen a few, Eddie Edwards, but there's rumors he's departing as well. And I'll have to be honest with you. I think the post Dixie Carter era is just going downhill. At least when Dixie ran the place, a lot of the people were happy. She had a lot of stars, and once she had left, a lot of stars have departed. And I just don't understand what's happening here. I used to enjoy watching it, and it's gotten to the point now that it's a GFW Impact Wrestling. It's totally different. It's not what I expected. I expected to see a lot more new stars come in. We're getting flooded with LAX segments all the time. I remember Conan from the WCW days. He talks more now on GFW Impact than anybody else, and yeah, their storylines are not so good. And I think Jarrett is in charge of. He's the executive creator, and I think maybe Anthem, will give them a little bit more time. But if ratings keep on continually to drop, I think they need to make a change. Uh, I don't know what they should be doing. Um, I don't see Bruce Pritchard and Dutch Mantel doing anything any different. Um, it just it's it's just going sour, and it's just not GFW Impact. Like I said earlier, the WWE has got all the talent in the world, and they don't even know how to write or book them. So I don't know what's going to become of GFW Impact. I'm going to continue to watch, but it's hard to get through some of these shows. Um, but it's getting to the point now where they're talking about AKA John Morrison. We all remember him from the old WWE days. He was on Lucha Underground, Johnny Mundo. and they're in talks with Rey Mysterio Jr. as well. And I'll be quite honest with you, I'm not a big Rey Mysterio Jr. fan anymore. He gets a lot of injuries, and it just seems like they bring back guys that are washed up everywhere else, and they're just not doing anything to add to the program to make it any better. Um, we'll just have to wait and see really what happens. Like I said, there's not too many TNA originals left. We have James Storm, we have Moose, we have Ethan Carter III, we have Eli Drake, but most of the guys that we see, for the most part, um, they get a lot of airtime. Usually is Alberto, LAX, um, Sienna, another one. So I don't know. Right now, I think wrestling is at its all-time low anywhere. And one of the biggest events of the summer is coming up, SummerSlam for the WWE, and that card doesn't look very good either. So I don't know. We can only hope that Jeff Jarrett comes up with some good ideas. This is nowhere near like I thought it was going to turn out. I was thinking about Jarrett in his early days of TNA, how he established that, how he got that going. But times have definitely changed, and I don't see Jarrett really having much to play with here and much to work with. So it's a dying breed. I miss the Dixie Carter days now, and I'll be honest with you. I always said TNA needed a backer that was financially sound. They got Anthem, but Dixie's gone. Uh, but to be quite honest with you, if I had a choice of Dixie Carter or Jeff Jarrett, I would go back to Dixie Carter. But she kept TNA afloat as long as she could, and things changed, and now things are a heck of a lot worse. So I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions, because like I said, they had a show in Staten Island, New York. There was only like 300 people that showed up at the event. They canceled the Bridgeport, Connecticut event because they couldn't sell any tickets. Pretty sad. Because I think if it was TNA from 2005 or the middle 2000s, and they came up here for a show, I think we'd get a good crowd. But I have to say this: all wrestling right now is at an all-time low. Um, Even the WWE is hurting in ratings. Viewership is going down, and the question can be asked: is wrestling finally fading out? We'll just have to wait and see. Until the next time, this is the Iceman on the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel. Have a great night, everybody. Peace out.